Smartphones as of today are either iOS or Android. Let me show you something. Look at this. This is me almost 10 years ago. And you see this? This is my first ever smartphone. And it is an iPhone. Now, many of you might be thinking that once an iPhone user is always an iPhone user, and I would have been using iPhone since then. No, I've been like a very hardcore Android user. That was the only iPhone I had, and it was like 1 year, maybe 1.5 years. After that, it got snatched. End of story. The next phone that I got was Android, and from then onwards till now, I was an Android user. Till the day I destroyed my phone. You see that. So here's the thing, that I don't have a ridiculous amount of money that I can waste on smartphones. Like I can spend like thousands of dollars on a smartphone. No, I'm someone who thinks that the more expensive the smartphone is, the more bigger is the liability to keep it, at least in Pakistan. Because you see, if you want to buy a new iPhone, the latest one, it costs you around 1100 something, 1100, $1200. But on top of that, in Pakistan, you gotta pay PTA tax, Pakistan Telecommunication Association tax, and on top of that, you have to pay the duties. So it sums up like somewhere around $3000. But my budget for a very long time has been $150 to $200. That is pretty much it. So let me take you through the process of the purchase decision. Whatever was going in my head, how was I planning, what was my budget, and what other smartphones could I have purchased other than this. So for me, the most important thing, the most over the most important thing in a smartphone is its camera. I don't like beauty filter cameras. I want to have a camera that gives me the exact output of what I can see through my eyes. I want a camera that is close to the reality. I want a camera that is crisp. I want a camera without any kind of beauty filter. I just need a camera that gives me whatever it shows me on the screen. It is that simple. I have been using smartphone cameras from ever since. I have never owned a professional camera. Smartphone cameras, they are easy. They are easy to use. Even the professional modes are easy to use. The manual modes are easy to use, and the most important, most convenient thing in a smartphone camera is that you take the photo, you directly throw it into a photo editor app, do all the color grading of the photo, you just retouch it, and boom, you can just post it from there right away to any social media. So if you see these photos have been taken through smartphone cameras. So what choices did I have in this budget? $150 to $200. The budget is quite tight. But we do have some pretty good choices when it comes to a camera. The next thing other than the camera, what is important is the battery, because that is going to power up the camera. And a smartphone camera takes up a lot of battery. First preference, a good camera. Second preference, a good battery. Third preference, less heating issues. Fourth preference, a good performance machine. Yeah, all in this budget. Is it possible? So I had 4 choices. 1. Sony Xperia ZX3. 2. Sony Xperia 5. No mark. Just the simple Sony Xperia 5. 3. Google Pixel 4 XL. And 4. iPhone 7 Plus. So I've got cloud storage and I've got everything, every photo of me backed up on that cloud. So I'm totally relying on the Google Photos also. So that is another point to be noted that I'll join in this video later. Just keep that in your mind. We have to choose a phone with a good camera, with a good battery, with less heating issues, with performance, high performance, and a support for Google services. Right here is my evaluation sheet for all these four phones that I'm considering. And just as a matter of fact, let me tell you that Sony in Android world has the best of the best cameras. I have been using my wife's Sony Xperia ZX3 that has a single camera setup, 19 megapixel, but the quality and the crisp in the photos that it delivers is amazing. Sony knows how to do things well, and they have ridiculously amazing cameras. So yeah, I was really tempted with that. But then what happened? Why did I go for an iPhone Plus? Let's make it out. Let's just see for the fact which phone is good for what. So if we see, the camera on iPhone 7 Plus is amazing. Google Pixel 4 XL, well, no, it is not good. Okay, as compared to the other devices, it is not good. It might be better. It might be better than other phones. Okay, for Xperia 5 and Xperia ZX3, I love their cameras. The next major thing, because with the good camera, you need a better battery life. Otherwise, your phone will shut down at the very time you need it. Xperia 5 has the biggest battery of all these four phones. So yes, Xperia has a good battery. Xperia ZX3 has a slightly smaller battery, but okay, fine. Talk about iPhone 7 Plus, it has slightly lower battery than ZX3 because the camera is good. Yeah, I can compromise a little bit towards it. So yes, everything is fine. But as of Pixel 4 XL, we are not considering it. But still, let's mark it. Okay, the battery is almost the same like others, somewhere in between. The heating problem. The heating problem is one major thing that I have faced in Sony quite a lot. Whenever I am recording a video through Sony, the ZX3 that I was talking about, it just suddenly gives you a notification of overheat and shut down the video. So yes, Sony is a little bit behind in the heating problem, while Google Pixel 4 XL is okay, fine, good, and iPhone 7 Plus is also okay. And as for the performance is again one thing related to camera because you need to get the picture that you want to have on the very right time. Because at times you are just struggling to get the perfect picture at the perfect time, but you just miss it by some seconds. And performance also directly affects your battery. So yes, iPhone 7 has a very good performance. Pixel 4 XL has a very good performance. Yeah, all four of them have good performances. These three have got 4 GB of RAM. This has got a 3 GB of RAM, but still, it is good. Now, compatibility with the G Suite. Yeah, Google does it way better than any other phone. And because Xperia 5 and Xperia ZX3 are Android based, yes, they also support Google services very well. But as of iPhone, it is a bit too hard to get all the Google services onto your iPhone and to make them work properly. So I'll say a dash because they do work on iPhone, but there are some hiccups in that. So now following on, let's put one extra criteria in evaluating the phone in this sheet. And that is, my friends, the design of smartphone. Even though I think so that the designs of the phone, the artistic designs of the phone, died with the death of Nokia and with the birth of smartphones. But still, design is an important factor while choosing a phone for me at least. So, when it comes to design, I love Sony Xperia ZX3. Its design is amazing. And as of Xperia 5, its design is so handy. So, yeah, it is a good option too. As of Pixel 4 XL, I don't like the chin. The chin on the phone is so big. Nah. And now, as of the design for iPhone 7, well, it still feels good. Still feels premium. The aluminium casing just makes it better. And now you can clearly tell that the only phone that qualifies is iPhone 7 Plus. So this right here is my new phone, an iPhone 7 Plus. You might see some scratches, like some dents on the corners. This is just the lamination sheet. Some dents here, some scratches here. Some dents here. The side is fine. Some dents here. And this is the lamination sheet again. A little bit of scratches around the charging port. But no worries. This is a 5-year-old phone. How can you possibly imagine to get something out of the box? Amazing. You know the best part of this phone? The best part of this phone is that it is not just an iPhone 7 Plus, but it is my iPhone 7 Plus. You know how? Let me show you. You see, everything is just normal until you just go down a little bit, just over where iPhone is written, right there. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is not just an iPhone. This is my iPhone. Yes. So I have been using this iPhone for like now 2 weeks, maybe 15 days. There's no performance issue with this machine. The camera is amazing. The camera is amazingly great. So this phone right here, it is pretty amazing. I love it. Even in 2022. Thank you. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Subscribe is a teeny mini tiny red color button under the video, and by pressing that button, you make me happy. Thank you. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.